curious, what goes through your mind when you see the colorful images of fireworks and hope the lockdown finally lifted in Wuhan?
Well, I think that's quite a milestone of our fight against coronavirus. And actually, I'm in London at the moment, and in the UK, the number of people tested and confirmed with coronavirus is still picking. So it's a very different world. And Wuhan is all where this started. And the fact that Wuhan is able to lift this lockdown really shows us that we will be able to defeat the coronavirus if the right policy are made and the right policy are being implemented. So I think this is a quite important milestone for our fight against this virus.
While the lockdown is lifted, how long do you think it'll be before things get back to normal, the normal that the people in Wuhan were used to?
Well, I think this definitely takes quite a while because when such a long time of lockdown and for people staying home, there must be a lot of psychological stress, and people need to gradually go back. And I think there is a kind of a process for you to accept that psychologically. I think probably it takes quite a while for people to get everything completely back to normal. At the same time, we have to bear in mind that at the global stage, other countries are still suffering from the coronavirus, and they are far away from lift the national lockdown. So I think it really up to what extent this coronavirus will exist in other countries. Then we will know whether life in Wuhan will completely go back to normal.
Professor, are there things that forever will change, forever will be different in Wuhan?
Well, I think probably for a while, yes, because the coronavirus, the thing of coronavirus has left a lot of unpleasant memories in Wuhan, in the city of Wuhan. Quite a lot of families lost their relatives and lost the one they love. So I think it takes quite a while for people to recover from this pain, and probably in the future people is going to change quite a lot of their behavior as well. But we're going to wash our hands more frequently than before, and I think this probably something will be the legacy of this coronavirus.
And what do you think is the biggest lesson the world can learn from Wuhan?
Well, I think there is quite a lot, and really depends on which country you are talking about. I'm currently in London. I think there is quite a few things that probably European government can learn from Wuhan. The first thing is wearing the mask, and in the UK, I think it's still not, the government still haven't advised people to wearing a mask. And last week, a nurse in London hospital has been fired because she didn't get a permit to wearing a mask during the work. So I think that's the first thing. Wearing a mask is very important, and most of Asian countries having a mask are quite successful in controlling the coronavirus. I think the first lesson. The second is test. What happened in Wuhan is the government are very active in testing people and trace out the source of the virus. But in a lot of countries, the testing capacity just are not up to the standard. And also, the level of lockdown in Wuhan are being implemented very well, and people actually stayed home. But in the UK, for example, although at the moment we are having the national lockdown, but it's not the kind of lockdown we are having in China. The British people are very good people, but they cannot resist the sunshine. So last weekend, quite a lot of people go out to enjoy the sunshine, and this really jeopardized the impact of the national lockdown policy.